Currently, there's 7 states that have a championship, and some of them had them for years. Texas has had it since the late 90s. In each state, because the National Federation doesn't dictate what those weight classes are for girls wrestling, each state is kind of on their own to determine their needs to meet, what their demographics are. So we, in that committee that we talked about, there would be weight class discussions, and we would determine not only what the weight classes are, but how many, where to start, what's heavyweight, so forth. But we have some guidelines. We have some people out there that do some research and can give us some information on how each state does it. Like Texas has had theirs set for quite some time. Tennessee added not that long ago, and they created their own. California reevaluates their weight classes every couple of years and shifts them if they need to based on their alpha testing and the numbers they have. So everybody does it a little bit different, and I think that once the NFHS realized that, they decided not to make designated weight classes for girls, which I think is probably a good thing, because you can cater it to your needs. You can make it what you want it. So we have to determine administratively how many and what those are, and with that comes integrating it into our state championship, because we probably won't have initially the numbers to have a standalone tournament for the girls. We could, and I think without much problem, integrate it into the boys championship in Omaha. If that number grows significantly, we wouldn't be able to do that. We'd have to figure out something else. But I think initially we could do that. And we would probably, because of the time frame and how that works, we have classes B and C together, and we have classes A and D together. Well, inevitably, Class D finishes well before Class A. So we can, borrow or steal, 1 or 2 of those mats to get some girls' matches in on the D side. And run it simultaneously with the classes A and D. So regardless of what class your boys team are, your girls class would be wrestling at the same time as A and D, which would make some long days for some of those coaches. But I think that the coaches would buy in, and they'd figure it out. If that's what they truly want is girls wrestling, then we could figure it out. The challenge is going to be when we get big enough numbers wise for girls, and we start going to qualifying. Are we going to qualify at the same time as the boys? Do we have the tournament the same time, a different place, or a different time? All that's to be determined. But baby steps right now. We're doing what we need to do. And I say we. I'm not really doing any of it. I give some guidance and some information to our schools on the process, and if that's what they really want, I help them, with wording and submittals to how they should do it if that's what they want. But the push is coming from our member schools. This push is coming from some people that want it and think that it's the right thing to do, and I don't disagree with that. I in my position, am not driving the bus. That's not our job. But at the same time, if our schools ask for help, I'm certainly here to help them with that.